Hey, welcome to the Drip and Stone podcast, the podcast for two friends, raise a glass, and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Kyle.
Yes, sir.
Today's Wednesday.
It's time to drink.
That's correct. Honestly, though, Kyle, in real time, it's a really weird Monday.
It is.
It feels a little odd recording on Monday.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if we've ever recorded on a Monday.
Kyle, it is beautiful outside today.
Indeed. Yeah, we've got a great day on our hands here in the lovely Sunshine State. Yeah, in the wilds of Florida.
In the wilds of Florida, here on the back porch studio.
I know, man.
Yeah. You know, these are like the days where I like Florida. I'm not going to go so far as to say love. But these are the days.
That's a bit strong.
That's a bit strong. These are days where I tolerate Florida. Like I really like winter in Florida.
Yeah.
Because it's cold, but it's also like tolerable.
Right.
But then you have these like nice days that are sunny in the low 80s, mid to low 80s. There's a bit of a nice breeze
cool
going on.
breeze.
Yeah, cool breeze. We don't get that very often. No. So I like relish these days because, man, in about 2 weeks,
yeah, you're not wrong.
It's going to be 95 and 100,000% humidity.
And man, we have taken full advantage of this day.
Yeah.
Went out and played some golf this morning.
We did.
Brisk. Cool morning.
It was a little bit. It was more brisk than I intended it to be.
It was dare I say chilly.
It was a little chilly, especially driving that golf cart like out to the first tee.
First few holes were tough, man. But, hey, we got through it and it was gorgeous by the time we left.
It really truly was. Like got a little bit of sun, you know. It was nice out. It was a great day.
Great Florida day.
Indeed. So we actually had plans to go right after golf and go record somewhere.
Right, we were going to go do a thing.
We did not call this establishment ahead of time, and that might be on us.
Well, who would have thought you needed to?
Honestly, right.
You're going to a restaurant.
Exactly. This is a restaurant. I think we've mentioned it before. This is a restaurant in Tampa. It's a German place. We've both been to this German place. We both like this German place.
Yep.
So we were going to go hang out with them and have some food and
drink some drinks.
But it didn't work out because they were closed today until 4.
Yeah. Oh, well.
And so...
Good idea. We'll save it for later.
Yeah, I know. So look forward to that episode. Maybe we'll actually do it during Oktoberfest.
In Munich.
Well, you know, the Drip and Stone Munich takeover is still on the table.
Yep.
So what we did instead is we decided to come back here to the back porch studio, and we're going to do something we've actually wanted to do for a couple of weeks now, and that is a true blind tasting.
How do you mean?
Well, or what we're going to do is I'm going to pour 3 different bourbons and or whiskeys for you.
Oh,
okay. So you have no idea the 3 whiskeys that you're about to drink.
Okay.
I think what we'll do is we'll kind of go through it. I've poured the same for me, but I know what they are. So this is a true blind for one of us.
Right.
So what we'll do is we'll go through this. And I know the ones that you're talking about. I can then kind of have, obviously, some conversation about that whiskey. I don't want to give anything away.
Right. And
then, rank them and see what falls where. And then at the end, we'll reveal what whiskeys of the 3 you chose.
What are we drinking?
Yeah, like what is the order and what we're drinking as a whole and what you think about those things.
Cool.
What is the purpose for us doing this kind of blind?
Well, I mean, I think in the blinds that we've done for the podcast in the past, you know, as much as we have tried to make them true blinds to where we're not sure which whiskey is in which glass, that's certainly interesting in and of itself. But to actually have no clue as to which whiskeys are available, you know, you go back into your whiskey room, right. And how many open bottles do you have right now?
Ooh, open bottles?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say close to 80.
So
maybe.
So I mean, the fact that we've got 3 out of 80.
Yeah.
Who knows what they are? You know, and that's fascinating to me. You do, you know. But for me, that's super interesting. Like to have absolutely no clue. To me, it's going to generate a much more honest reaction to it.
Yeah, for sure.
As much as we tried, and I think we do a good job of being able to push aside preferences and stuff like that, and labels and things, and try to just focus on what's in the glass. But this is making it absolutely where you have to do that.
Right.
Even just knowing I've got 5 glasses in front of me and those are the 5 bottles that I'm drinking from.
Right.
I'm automatically, and that's what we always do. We always try to guess what we're drinking.
Yeah, you already kind of go into it with a bit of a bias and a bit of a what am I drinking? In this case, we're not trying to discern what are you drinking.
No, it's just, what do you think about this liquid in this glass?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm super interested. Like I'm excited for this, and I'm interested to see what happens, and I'm interested to see just kind of in general, like what do you get out of these 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask you some questions?
No. Because then I think like, and the reason why I don't want to is that I think that gives you some indication that already puts some things in your mind of like, oh, here's what I need to be thinking of, and here's what I need to be looking for.
Okay.
I will tell you this. These are American whiskeys. I didn't put any Scotches and I didn't put any Irishes into these glasses. Okay. And maybe that's given too much, but I think you could, I think we're good enough right now that you could be like, this is an Irish whiskey. This is a Scotch.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, not just based on color, but based on pretty easy, sniff test.
Yeah,
you
know
that
that
out.
you're going to already be there.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
So that's all I'm going to give you. That's all I want to give you.
American whiskeys.
Yeah, they're all American whiskeys.
Cool.
All right, so let's start with your A glass. Tell us a little bit about the color and kind of like our normal tastings.
Yep. Looking at the three that you've poured out here for us.
Yep.
It's a bit of a value scale. It's going to go light, medium, dark.
That was not intentional.
Yeah, well, you did it. It's there. And A is certainly by far the lightest of the three.
Oh, yeah.
Light straw you
Definitely.
Looks like whiskey.
You know what? It reminds
looking
me.
at it, I would have thought it was a Scotch.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's what I was going to say. And that's also why I wanted to tell you that these are all American whiskeys so that you weren't like, what Scotch is this? But yeah, it's so light that it definitely looks like a Scotch.
Yep.
Or maybe an Irish too.
I mean, I'll be honest, like it even, to an extent, noses like a Scotch.
Oh, we already messed up. What do you got on the nose?
Pretty hefty kick and proof on the nose. Definitely tickling the old nostrils there.
Weirdly, that's the name of this one. It's the nostril
Oh,
tickler.
the tickle nostril. I'm getting like lemon and wheat.
Okay. Interesting. Like
Yeah.
dusty wheat or like bright fresh,
Nah,
like just
dusty
cut?
wheat.
Okay.
Dusty wheat.
Because you're saying lemon, bright and fresh.
Right.
Unless I guess you're going like candied lemon.
Well,
But
no, honestly, it's almost like Sprite in a way.
yeah, like lemon
In a
lime, like a
weird-
lemon
yeah,
lime
like a
soda.
lemon lime soda, yeah.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I get like lemon lime soda and like sunscreen.
Yeah, well, like a little bit of that dusty, little bit kind of oak coming through on the back end of it.
Okay. All right. What do you got on the palate, Kyle?
Man, lot more oak on the palate.
Yeah.
Heavy oak on the palate. A little bit of lime tartness too. Definitely
Lime tartness?
no lemon tartness.
Lemon tartness.
Yeah, like a lemon tart, almost like one of those like lemon heads, those candies.
Oh yeah, that dude. Wow, that is good. I think honestly, like that is spot on.
Lemon head, lemon
Yeah.
drop. Yeah, man, very lemony, and like a really nice proof bite, just like the whole top of my tongue just cinching up.
Yeah, you know what? Like you said, lemon, and that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like oaky lemonade.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
like a barrel aged lemonade.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, like that lemon head candy that just comes in like the little yellow box.
Yep.
That is 100%
Yellow box.
Yellow.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking.
Like Yellowwood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like yellow belly.
Yellow belly. A lot of herbal qualities too. Man, almost like gin adjacent.
Gin adjacent.
Yeah.
Interesting. That gin note is really interesting, and I absolutely see what you mean. There's an herbal nature that's kind of fun there. That's quite fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's really like, I mean, just not that my my gin knowledge is expansive in any way, but it's like gin adjacent in my head. Like a really good balance between the sweet and the bitter.
Yeah.
Like they're really harmonious in that way. Like it's really sweet right off the bat, but then the oak kind of bitter comes through and just sails. Pretty damn delightful. That's interesting, man. And you say we've had that before?
Yep.
That is not reminiscent of anything off the top of my head.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to letter B.
Letter B. So a little bit darker.
Yep. I did not put equal pours in these glasses. Letter A had a little bit of a heftier pour.
Woo! Definitely a different nose. Like this one's just screaming honey and caramel, vanilla. Like this is like nosing in my head like a classic bourbon.
Okay. Yeah.
With some like weedy notes.
Yeah, definitely vanilla, and you get that like nice little like burnt toffee note.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some citrusy kind of things happening.
I just want a cologne of this.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And it's like you get some of that like deep dark like sugar notes, like that like sorghum sugar.
Yeah,
just-
vanilla bean.
Yeah. The wind's kicking up a little, Kyle. Feels great.
Yeah. Great day. All right, I'm gonna go taster here.
Do it.
Man, first sip is like very mellow.
What do you mean?
Like flavors are not jumping out right away. They're all kind of whispering to me right now.
Okay.
right off the bat is this like a drop down in proof.
Right.
Because it's really strange that the nose is as prominent and loud as it is, but that first sip was just really kind of muted. Okay, that second sip was like all oak. Just strong bitter all the way through.
Yeah.
And like bitter kind of orange peel.
Yeah, if I'm thinking like the sweetness between A and B, the sweet to me on the nose is more pronounced, but it drops off on the palate.
Right.
But yeah, the bitterness kicks up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, big punch and bitter. Like just literally like if you took an orange peel out of your old fashioned and chewed on it.
You don't do that?
It would taste like this.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure I have. Man, that bitter kicks on this.
Do you feel like the proof drops off demonstrably, or you think it's just like it's a couple points?
No, it just seems like, A had a way more, and again, that might have just been because it was like my first whiskey of the day.
Sure.
But it was definitely like grab and hold more, where this doesn't seem to be.
What about the mouthfeel?
Mouthfeel, it's not oily. It runs off pretty quick. That taste feeling like a little bit of a rye spice.
Yep.
On that one. Some cinnamon poking through. But kind of a spicy rye.
I would say it's almost like licorice-y. Like there's a little bit of like,
Sure.
I don't know if I go rye, but like sometimes we said like rye and the licorice and the like anise and that kind of thing. It all kind of tastes similar.
Yeah.
But I get less pine and more licorice.
Yeah.
And it's still that like herbal nature. Dark herbal.
Yeah. Not like, the brighter kind of ginny herbalness.
Right.
Definitely like a darker.
It's like a Jägermeister herbal kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, or just like a dark tea.
Yeah.
Yep. That one's just singing bitter to me.
Okay. Any final comments?
And then just, man, the spicy, like black peppery, spicy kind of thing happens at the end.
All right.
Great nose. But I'll be honest, like that one's kind of tough. Like as far as like, I mean, what I'm going to say is the barrel bitter.
Yeah.
Is really kind of like the prominent flavor.
Is of the barrel.
Is like that barrel bitter note.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely like that bitter is kind of the highlight on that one.
Okay. And like when you say that, is that a good bitter or is that like a
No, for me that's a good bitter on that one.
Okay.
Like definitely enjoyable, like something that I'm not turned off by.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't go to avoid it.
You ready to move on to C?
All right.
Let's do it.
The darkest of the three.
It is indeed the darkest of the three. Like I would say by a hefty amount here.
Yeah, it was definitely like clearly the darkest. Looking all dark caramel, almost burnt caramel.
All right, on the nose?
This one's more wheat forward than that last one was. That last one was just like screaming honey and caramel. This one I'm getting more wheat, maybe a little peanut. Yeah, a little almost peanut butter.
See, I get medicinal. I get like candy, wheat, medicinal. Like that. Those are the three words that come to my mind.
Like medicinal in a Band-Aid-y kind of way?
Medicinal in a Robitussin-y kind of way.
Oh, okay. Definitely like strong enough proof that it's like definitely like tickling my nose.
Yeah, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the proof to me is giving a little bit of those kind of like
that
alcohol-y, NyQuil kind of quality. It's definitely what you want, in mid-afternoon. Spring mid-afternoon.
No joke.
How's it going? Well, spring mid-afternoon. Good night.
Going real good. It's good. Real good. All right.
Going in.
Jumping in.
Ooh. I'm just falling in.
Belly flopping in. That's just like a sweet bomb.
Yeah. It really is.
Like bitter, it's underneath everything. It's there, but it never jumps out as like the highlight on that one. That one's just dominated by more like vanilla and maybe cherry, which I mean, that's kind of starting to think like medicinal to me.
Yeah.
Like an alcoholic cherry.
Well, I think
medicinal in that
medicinal
way.
Robitussin. I think that I get that on the nose, and then like it's not on the palate for me. On the palate for me, it's just sweet, like just really sweet.
Second sip, the bitter starts poking through a little bit more, but it's definitely not like anywhere where the last one was.
Right.
Aftertaste is going like really strong, like some sort of a cherry cough syrupy kind of a thing.
Cough syrup is perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. And the more that
what's the used to spray
chloroseptic spray.
Chloroseptic spray, yeah. It's kind of giving me a little bit of that sensation.
Yeah. In like not a good way. There's like a little bit of like,
kind of in like a naughty, I hit that chloroseptic a little more than I should have, but mom said it was okay kind of way.
Like my throat don't hurt that bad, but can I get some of that?
But it's not like completely dissimilar from B.
No.
They're definitely related. They're in the same ballpark. And that I feel like that one's kind of the same way in terms of mouthfeel. It doesn't feel very oily either.
Okay.
But good finish on it. Like I think the proof on that one goes up a little bit. It seems to have a little bit more of a bite, really hitting like the back of my throat, just like that chloroseptic.
Yeah. So for me, like where the B had that little bit of licorice note in there, I think C has more of the Robitussin-y, medicinal note that you get on that very back end. It's like
medicinal cherry.
Like when you breathe in, you can kind of like, you can taste it all the way through like your sinuses.
Right.
And I'm not a big fan of that right now.
Yeah.
Like the sweet doesn't really balance that out well enough that just kind of like really takes over.
Yeah. And I don't get any of the rye spice kind of thing that the last one was having. This one just kind of ends. It's got a pretty decently long finish, but that finish is just kind of like flatlined. Right. Just kind of like,
goodbye.
Yeah. Just like a really slow ramp. Yep. There's nothing else to say about that one. Man, it's interesting that you say that they're all American whiskeys. Like even like just now, I just went back, had a little sip of each one.
Yeah.
And I thought that first one was like way completely different, but it actually fits into this pretty similarly now too. And maybe that's just because I've got some, they're all just kind of, I wasn't going water in between each one.
Right. You're just kind of going back.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right, now that you've had a chance to try all three,
yep,
you've written some things down, you've made some mental notes too.
Yep.
I want you to place this in your order of highest to lowest. We're going to start at the bottom and we'll work our way up. And I will reveal to you each of these whiskeys after you give me that order, and we'll talk about that order. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go grab the whiskeys. I'm going to put them in a paper bag so you can't see. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. All right, you feeling good?
Sure. No expectations.
Well, no, I think like let's point it out. That's part of this too. It's like because you don't know what these are, these could all be $70 whiskeys. These could be $10 whiskeys. These could be $9,000 whiskeys. You have no idea.
Okay, now you can answer my questions though.
I can. Yeah.
Okay.
You already got your order written down.
I do.
Do this. Give us your order.
Okay.
And then I'll answer any questions, and then I'll reveal what we got.
Okay.
Okay.
My bottom glass, what I enjoyed the least,
right?
I guess you could say that. I mean, I didn't really have a problem with any of these. Like, I would have been fine with a pour of any of these any night.
Sure.
Wouldn't have been upset with anything. I went order, lowest was C.
Okay.
Second place was A.
Okay.
Number one, I had B.
So in terms of this lineup, you have the most expensive whiskey as your lowest whiskey.
Okay.
The cheapest whiskey as your middle of the road whiskey.
Okay.
And you have the middle of the road whiskey as your higher whiskey.
Okay. Interesting. Give me a range.
These whiskeys go from $13 up to $70.
13 to 70.
Yeah.
$13
to
up
70.
To 70.
Yep.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
How did you go about selecting said whiskeys?
Okay. So each of these whiskeys are 4 years old.
Okay.
Each of these whiskeys are 100 proof.
Okay.
Each of these whiskeys are bottled in bond.
Interesting.
They are all part of the 1897 Bottled in Bond Act.
Okay.
Yep.
There's definitely like some strange like nostalgic thoughts that they kind of bring up.
Okay.
But at the same time, like I wasn't able to place like I kept looking for it. I kept looking for a signature on something.
Right.
Never could get anything that I was like, yep, that reminds me of X.
Sure.
Never could get anything.
Yeah.
Like that.
So I was looking at the shelf and I'm like, man, I want to throw some craziness at him.
Right.
I was like, you know what? No. Let's go with things that are pretty readily available.
Right.
The $70 one, you might have some trouble finding it.
Right.
That's at a kind of like a normal price that I've seen. I mean, MSRP should probably be somewhere in like the $45 range, give or take. But all three of these are readily available. You can find them. And they're all three the bottle and bond. They're all at the same proof. And I wanted to not throw like just huge curveballs at you to be like, holy crap, what's going on here? But on the other side, I think that might actually make it a little harder because they're all in that same, general kind of thought process.
Sure. And like, I mean, when we do it for you next time, like I've already thought like the same thing. Like I would rather keep it in a confined kind of palette. Right. I'm not going to go like, here's Detling and here's
Lefroy cask strength.
Speckled Tail. And here's Lefroy cask strength. Like that'd be nuts. Like, and there's nothing to learn from that.
And that's exactly it.
Totally
that's exactly it. So, and not that we talked about this before, but I thought of that exact same thing of like, what can we learn from this? Like, sure, we're going to learn that, Nick likes Scotch more than he likes rye or whatever, which is probably not true.
On March whatever, right. I was in a Scotch mood that day.
Correct. Like, I'm not going to learn anything from that. Now, I think that, I say I'm not going to learn anything from that. I think that there are some things that you can learn from that. I think that, you can start to like, on that day, like you said, like, man, I was just in a Scotch mood and here we go. I like the Scotch.
Yeah.
But I think something like this, you're going to learn far more nuance of, okay, they're all in that same ballpark, right? Yeah. It would be like us doing like a beer tasting, and here are 4 Pilsners. Okay,
cool.
Go.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what happens at like beer festivals and like when you're doing a bunch of beer tastings.
Right.
It's a couple of people, they're all tasting one style, and what comes out on top from the entries in this particular style. And to be fair, like I know that this happens at the San Francisco World Spirits, like those kind of big whiskey festivals.
Right.
It happens here too, where this is a rye. Okay, so this is a straight rye, 100% straight rye, and then I'm going to pair it with 3 other 100% straight ryes, which is the best out of these 4 bottles.
Right.
And then the kind of the big grand prize winner is. All right, here is the winner from each category, and what wins out of that.
Right.
So I think that's cool.
Yeah.
And I think you can learn a lot about yourself and learn a lot about whiskey through that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for the reveal?
Yep.
All right.
What was number 3? Glass C.
Glass C was the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond 7-year bourbon.
Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond.
Yeah, so I want to give you a little bit of mash bill on this, on each of them, honestly, because it's interesting to now like hear the mash bill and see what kind of this pairs with some of our tasting notes.
Right.
Okay. So this is 7 years old, like I said. It is the oldest whiskey we have on the table.
Okay.
The mash bill is 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye.
10% rye.
10% rye.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, in terms of that, like nothing about that particular mash bill stands out to me. But I think the age is what stands out to me here.
Right.
Is it's 7 years old, and that's kind of like what sets this apart from most bottle and bond. I mean, bottle and bond has to be at least 4.
Right.
So most distilleries they'll pull it at that 4 range. But this is a 7-year bottle and bond. So I'm super surprised because I think like we often attribute age to like being a better thing. And at least in this, that's not the case.
Well,
and I don't know if that's a general statement we can make across the board, but I think there's something to say there.
For sure. And I think it's, it maybe it goes back to something like I think you were mentioning a few episodes ago when we were doing the Detling, of where I was saying to me the Detling, it felt more mature and it felt more coalesced.
Yeah, well-rounded, I think is what we said. Yeah,
it was all kind of like cohabitating. And I think that might have been the same thing where like there wasn't a whole lot of anything that really jumped out. It's like I've got medicinal cherry written down. The bitter didn't really poke out. The sweet didn't really poke out. Like this one was kind of more just kind of that kind of well-rounded version. So I think, just in this particular setup, just wasn't my jam.
All right, you ready for your middle pick?
Number 2, the light whiskey.
The what?
The lighter whiskey.
The lighter.
I think I know what it is now.
The lighter whiskey, Kyle.
That's got to be old mellow corn.
Mellow
yes, sir.
corn, yeah.
As soon as I thought of it now, it being 100 proof, I was like, oh, that's totally what it is.
Yeah, so this is good old mellow corn. This is from our camping episode.
Man, I wish I would have said it now.
Or not? Was it our camping episode?
Yeah, we had our second.
We went camping. It wasn't a camping episode. We just went camping.
Well, we didn't talk about camping, right. But we were camping in the episode.
Not too long ago, like released early January.
A couple months ago.
Was that? Oh, you know what? That was our year. That was one of our year in review episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had mellow corn.
Yep.
It's around the beginning of the year. Anyway, so yeah, this is actually by Heaven Hill as well.
Interesting.
Which I totally forgot that. I'm just reading the bottle. I totally forgot it. But this is 90% corn, 10% rye, malted barley mix. Not really sure what the percentage is there, but
no kidding.
Yeah,
I thought mellow corn was 100 corn.
And actually, we took that out of the episode because we kept saying like, man, this is 100% corn.
Yeah.
It's not.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's 90% corn, 10%.
Well, there you go. Interesting.
Yeah,
10% other.
Miscellaneous interest. Right. Yeah, and I remember so this is still that first bottle.
Yeah.
I've actually come back to this quite a lot. And you and I that night we had some hefty pours out of this bottle.
A good bit of it.
We did. And there's what? Maybe
about a third.
Maybe a third of the bottle left.
Yeah.
And it's a bottle that I recommend to everybody.
Totally.
This is the cheapest one of the cheapest bottles you can find. I've seen it as cheap as $13.
Right.
And I think this one was maybe I think I bought this one 16, something like that, because it was at a big box liquor store.
Right.
Honestly, man, you can't get much better for the price.
The value, for the proof, for the flavor. Yeah, no, man.
A $13 bib. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And it's legit too.
Yeah.
And it's that classic bottle.
Yep.
That classic label.
Looks like the 70s in a bottle.
And it's still good.
Yeah.
Still good. All right. You ready for your last one?
Cool. Yeah. All right, let me think about it on a second.
Okay.
Looking at where we're going, it's got to be Old Granddad.
It is the Old Granddad bottled and bond.
Old Grandpappy.
Yeah. There's about half of this bottle left. This is a donated bottle too.
Yep.
Man, this is good stuff.
That's pretty funny. I'm pretty sure, just looking at that right now, that is also the old tub bottle.
I think you're right.
I think it's the same bottle.
So that means, Kyle, your favorite bottle, the Old Granddad High Rye Mash Bill bonded.
Yep.
Bottled and bond.
Pretty. I'm pleasantly surprised by all of this.
Yeah.
Actually, in all honesty, I mean, obviously it's easy for me to say that now, but I'm pretty confident had you laid those three out to me and said, hey, put these in order based on memory, I would have done it the exact same way.
Yeah.
I would have had Old Granddad number 1, Mellow Corn number 2, Heaven Hill number 3. That's interesting too. Do you have the mash bill on that one?
I do have the mash bill. And why I bring up the mash bill too for all of these is it gives us some tasting notes of where we're going.
Sure.
We said I said kind of licoricey. You said dark and herbal.
Well,
so,
and I kept saying how spicy that once that rye poked through.
Yep.
It just kept biting and biting, and I was like, man.
Yep. So it is a high rye mash bill. To be high rye, that has to be the second highest grain in the mash bill, and it is 63% corn, 27% rye.
That is pretty high.
And 10% malted barley.
Good on you, Granddad.
Yeah, and normally this comes in somewhere in that mid $20 range, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I've seen it as high as $35.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally that mid $20 range.
Yep.
So what's cool about this again is you have 3 bonded bourbons.
Yep.
We've got 2 distilleries represented.
Yep.
We've got a decent age range. We got 2 4s and a 7. But even more than that, we've got a huge price range.
Yep.
And the middle of the road one is the winner here.
Yeah. That one, and even sipping it right now, that one even still, even knowing that it's what it is, the flavors in that one pop more.
Yeah. You know what I was waiting for you to say? Peanuts.
I know, but even right now, smelling it, I still don't get peanuts on it.
Ooh, but I know what you can get.
But I definitely get rye.
Yeah, you definitely get rye.
Yeah.
I know what you can get peanuts on.
Yeah, I do too. Small Granddad.
Yeah, Granddad
just
114.
Just not the bonded.
Guess what, Kyle?
What's that?
Today, guess what we found?
What did we find?
We done found it.
We did it.
We found Old Granddad 114.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We bought 2 bottles.
We did. They had 6. We should have bought all 6. But that's a lot of Old Granddad. We're gonna go through it quick though. Let's be honest.
We probably should have bought all 6.
We should have. So are you surprised by this? What are your big takeaways?
It's interesting, honestly, looking back at the notes that I was taking, the things that poked out, and to actually see them reflected in the drinks. Kept talking about the rye bite on Old Granddad,
yep.
And to find out that it's a high rye mash bill, a pretty damn high rash bill, pretty damn high rye mash bill.
Yeah.
And now, with that in my head, tasting it, it's oh yeah, man, how did that not just jump right out right away?
But I think it did, because
it did. It just took a minute to realize, oh no, that's rye.
Yeah.
It was something else, and then it was spicy, and oh yeah, then it was the recollection. That's rye.
That's rye.
That's definitely the rye poking through. And honestly, I'm not if my memory serves me correctly, the Heaven Hill when we did it on the episode, gosh, probably a year ago now.
Actually, it was the summer of 2020.
I remember kind of even then not being overly enthused by it.
I mean, it was good.
It was a bottle that was really it had a lot of hype behind it.
Yes.
And then was that first one was the one that you found?
Uh-huh.
So
and it was relatively new too.
Yeah, it was.
Or at least it had
I think it was a revival kind
right,
of
that's what I was gonna say.
thing. Yeah, no, I mean that was super fun. And like I said, I was honestly trying to like think of like what's something that pokes out that reminds me of something that we've had, and like I couldn't come up with anything right off the bat.
Right.
So to have the list come out to see what they are now, honestly, like I would still probably put them even knowing that. That's probably the order that I would put them in.
Yeah, me too.
That's cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of the paces you put me through.
I already know what they are.
Ooh,
like I've
you want to share?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do?
Yeah,
we'll do it later.
Let down. Oh, okay. You gotta tell me later, or like?
Yeah, like after you tried them.
Oh,
I'll tell you what they are.
Okay.
Because I've already done it myself.
Oh, ooh.
And it's a fascinating journey.
Ooh, I like journeys.
Yeah,
I like adventures.
Yeah.
Like Bilbo and going on an adventure.
I'm going on an adventure. Yeah,
I like adventures.
No, it's good. It's good stuff.
Speaking of adventures, Kyle.
Yep.
You know what we did this last Saturday?
I should know if it's something that we did.
We did this together.
Oh, yeah. No, we went to a Celtic Fest.
We did go to a Celtic Fest. That was with our friends at Crooked Can Brewing.
Crooked Can up in old Winter Garden, Florida.
Yeah, we made that hike. Speaking of adventures,
it was a bit of a hike.
Yeah,
it was a bit of a hike.
Yeah, we made the hike.
Even after I parked, still had a bit of a hike over to the brewery.
It was a lot of fun hanging out at Crooked Can. We planned this out a couple weeks ago, which is unlike us.
Yeah, I know. I saw a post a friend of mine made and sent it over to you. And it's like, hey man, we should totally try to make it over there to do that.
Yeah,
we did. We got there. Nice vibe. The little area over there at that brewery is super cool. It's like in like a little, I would call it like a co-op building.
Yeah,
where they've got the brewery at one end, and then all up and down it, there's all kinds of restaurants and stuff, and food choices and things. That you can,
it's like in an old red brick like warehouse kind of building.
Super cool vibe. They were doing Celtic stuff. They had some bagpipes.
Yeah.
They had a lot of green all over the place.
Hey, real quick, speaking of the bagpipes, you want to hear a little bit?
I'll always.
All right, here we go. What'd you think?
Fantastic.
It was. You know who? That's Rosie O'Grady's pipe band.
There you go.
Yeah. Actually, I know a guy who was in Rosie O'Grady's pipe band.
Yeah. I mean, we'll post a video.
Okay.
Go check out the Instagrams, the Twitters, the TikToks. There's some video. Yeah, it was a good time. Had some corned beef and cabbage.
I had a pizza.
It was very, very Celtic.
Yeah, very. You know that old Celtic dish, the pizza.
Yeah. Pepperoni. Could have put like some green peppers on it or something.
I had pickles.
You did have some pickles.
Not on the pizza, just on the side.
I've had pickles on a pizza before.
I have too. What do you think? Yeah, I could.
Well, it was actually like
I had like a hamburger pizza. That's what it was.
Well, it was a Reuben pizza.
Ooh,
it was all right. I wouldn't get it again.
While we were there, we did a little bit of a tasting, some of their special beers.
We didn't do a tasting. All I had was the Irish Red. It was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. I had a pint of it, and then went back and got a full-out Stein.
Like a liter.
Yeah, full-on liter of it.
Yeah, you did.
And it was delicious. It was really good.
Yeah, I had a pint of that too.
You had several pints.
I did have. I had one or two. I enjoyed them. They were all good.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we have a little bit of footage of us talking about those. You want to hear that?
Yeah. Let's. We did a little bit of recording before things got too ruckus.
Oh, it got crazy quick.
Yeah. And,
a band started playing, and we're like, not good audio.
Completely drowned us out.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the audio that you're about to hear, there's some background noise, there's some music in the background too. But like once that band kicked up, we were done.
Yeah, we kind of
we looked at each other
real quick.
Yeah, we looked at each other, and we looked at Carol, and she laughed at us, and we were like, and we're done.
Not gonna work. Wrap it up.
Which is fine, because like that wasn't our point to do anyway. It was just like, hey, I brought the recording equipment. You want to throw something together real quick? And
we'll give it a shot.
We did.
We tried.
Ish. So let's listen to that.
Okay.
Kyle.
Yes, sir.
We are here at Crooked Can.
Finally.
Like we haven't been out here.
Been meaning to get out here.
Yeah.
And here we are. We finally made it.
Finally.
It's been on the to-do list.
It has for quite some time.
And we've made it.
You know, last year we did the summer brewery tour.
Yep.
And we thought about coming out here to Crooked Can because we both like Crooked Can.
Yep, indeed.
This is in Winter Garden, Florida.
Winter Garden.
Winter?
Winter Garden.
I say Winter Garden.
Winter?
Winter. Yeah. There's no
Yeah.
winter. No, winter.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we are here at their annual, I think it's the 7th annual Celtic Festival.
Wow, that's a lot of, 7th.
I think so. I read that somewhere. That might be incorrect.
No.
But, you know.
Sounds good.
I mean, if it is incorrect, I like the sound of it.
Yeah.
Lucky
number 7. Wow. There's 4-leaf clovers all over the place.
Yeah. That lady has one right there.
Yeah, look at her.
Yeah. So here at Crooked Can, they have brewed a couple of special beers for this Celtic Festival.
No kidding.
Yeah, they have an English nut brown ale. I don't know if these are what they do every year in terms of this time.
Right.
But I know they have especially an English nut brown ale.
Mm-hmm.
They have an Irish red.
Yep.
They have another stout, which I think might be their stout all the time. I don't know that for sure.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And then all of their other delicious beers available.
Yeah. We've had their beers before.
Yeah.
Like their Cloud Chaser. It's like a Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen?
That is delicious.
Yeah.
What's the other one? The mix.
I've had the Mix Swagger.
Mix Swagger, yeah.
That's a favorite. It's an Imperial.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
not an Imperial. Or is it just a double IPA?
I think
Might
it's
just
a
be a
double. I think it's a double.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a kick in the teeth.
It can be, yeah, absolutely.
It's high up there in the ABV world.
The High Stepper. They also have
High
that.
Stepper?
High Stepper. They
Yep.
have that one as well. They also have a couple. I mean, they have really good stuff here.
Yep. I feel leprechaun-y right now.
You look leprechaun-y
Yeah.
and you're green.
Yeah. Yeah, I went all out.
So what are you currently drinking?
A full-on stein of the Irish Red.
That is Celtic indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the mood, you know?
Clearly.
I'm feeling the aesthetic.
Yeah. You and your German Irish Red.
Yeah.
So you've got a stein of the Irish Red?
I do.
What's up with the steins?
They were just offered. And so I was like, I'm a sucker. Yeah, give me one of those. They look cool. They make a good picture.
Cool. Yeah. Well, and they also build
Do
arm
it for the
strength.
gram.
Right.
Yeah, totally. My left arm is going to be ripped after this.
Well, you just got to switch hands.
Nah. Build all that one arm strength.
Correct. I was going to make some jokes.
Put that
but
right there.
There are little ears around. Not that she's listening. So you're drinking the red. I'm drinking their regular lager, a not special beer.
That the Workaholic?
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
No, the Florida Sunshine.
Oh, okay.
Florida Sunshine, I believe it's called. I have already had the others.
Yep.
Right when we got here. Now we're recording. Maybe we've been here an hour or two, something like that. Been
Yeah,
that
probably
long?
like right at, I don't know, what time is it?
It's almost 1. So
Yeah, a couple hours.
about
We've
couple
had some
hours.
food, we've had some drinks.
Yeah, so I've had the Irish Red and I've had the Stout. Carol had the Hazy IPA, and she also had the English Nut Brown Ale.
Nut brown.
Yeah, so I've sampled a couple different things, but I stuck with the lager. Wanted to end on just something light and kind of
The basic.
Yeah, light and well, I don't know, basic.
Not basic, but the cornerstone, perhaps.
Yes, I like that. The cornerstone. That's
Yeah.
good. So let's talk about our beers.
Okay, I've got the Irish Red. This is very easy drinking.
Yeah.
I didn't check what the ABV was on it, but it doesn't taste very high.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably like right around a 5.
Yeah, I think it was 4.7.
Yeah.
somewhere in that neighborhood.
But really good flavor.
Yeah.
Not too strong of a bitter. Tasty AF.
Really malt forward.
Not really malt forward, but malt forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet?
Yeah, great sweet. I would say like a mid-range sweet. The whole thing, it's really well balanced. As an Irish Red. Irish Red.
Right.
Just delicious.
The music's cranking up, Kyle. They're getting ready.
Yep.
I have, like I said, their standard lager,
Yep.
Florida Sunshine, and man, it is delicious.
Yeah.
It's cold, it's wet, tastes like beer. And that's
Perfect.
what I want.
That's what you need.
That's what you want out of a lager.
That's what you want at a festival.
Absolutely. You don't
You know?
want, I'm good with complex beers. I'm good with beers that are like making you think. But at a festival, you want something like this.
Yeah. Give me something easy drinking that's going to wet my whistle.
Correct. I would say it's probably somewhere in that 5 range too.
Yep.
It's got slight roasty toasty notes in there. A little bit of malts.
Yep.
Going on. It's delicious.
Good on it.
So some fun facts about Crooked Can.
Yes, sir.
A couple weeks ago, so the Best Florida Beer Championships. It's like a big Florida beer festival, if you will.
Sure.
We were invited, but unfortunately we had some other things that we had to do.
Yep.
So we couldn't make it out there. Maybe next year. But this year, Kyle, Crooked Can took home 5 medals.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So 5 medals. They took home a gold for their American Amber.
Delicious.
The common ground. They took gold for their Doppelbock, or in the Doppelbock Baltic Porter category, for their Bock Humbug. Mm-hmm. Great name.
Oh, yeah.
They took gold in the barrel-aged dark strong ale for their barrel-aged Winter's Nap.
Okay.
They took silver for their Workaholic Pale Ale, and they took silver for the Winter's Nap Doppelbock Baltic Porter category as well.
A lot of dark beer categories there that they're clinching.
Yeah, but not only that, Kyle. Not only did they win the first and second place for the Doppelbock Baltic Porter category, they that's fun to say. Say it with me.
Hyper-focused.
Yeah. Doppelbock. Not only did they do that, but they also won the best large brewery in Florida for 2022.
Wow.
I know.
I mean, that's impressive. You can hang your hat on that.
On the brewery?
On that, whatever that is.
On that
category.
You see that? That trophy? You can hang your hat on that trophy. Yeah. You can probably hang your hat on the brewery, too. There's probably a couple of Dropping Stone stickers around this brewery.
Looks like some musical entertainment's about to get queued up here.
Yeah, and that does not make a good podcast episode with some dude yelling in the background. I mean, it's already kind of loud here, as everybody can tell.
I'm sure he's a fantastic performer.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be great. You want to go watch him?
Yeah, we'll head over that way.
Okay. I'll follow.
You lead.
Okay. I agree with everything I said.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you said.
Couldn't set it any better now.
Nailed it.
Perfect the way we said it then.
Nailed it. Well, man, you got anything else?
Nope. But this was cool.
Yeah, this was fun. I can't wait to do this again. I can't wait to be on the receiving end.
I can't wait either. It's a fun little exercise, and it just gives you the opportunity to be completely 100% honest.
Yeah. Let me ask you that real quick too. If you would have put the Heaven Hill at the top, would you have been like, dang, I got this wrong?
No, I don't think so, because it's still just like the concept of like, what did it say to you at the time? Mm-hmm. So if at the time that's what hit best in this lineup, I wouldn't be totally surprised by that either. Right. I mean, these are 3 bonded bourbons. I mean, it's like not like any of these are bad.
Right.
So it's not like I would have been like, dang it, Heaven Hill, Bottle and Bond. That really, the expensive one.
Not the one I wanted.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Because you just have to be honest, and like to have no clue. I was trying to think like, what does this remind me of, and nothing was really coming to my head. It's not surprising in thinking of it in those terms because they're not bottles that I own.
Right.
So I don't know any of these that well that I would have been able to like pick out nuance. So
that was honestly that was another reason why I chose these 3, because like I know you've never owned these 3,
right? And
like you wouldn't have a chance to sit with them and really parse through them,
right? So in those terms, like it's not surprising at all, and I don't think I would have been upset had I had Mellicorn at the top.
Right.
Like Mellicorn's fucking great.
It really is. Well, if you've had a chance to have any of these 3 bonded bourbons, the Old Granddad, the Mellicorn, or the Heaven Hill 7-year Bottle and Bond, let us know what you think about them. Have you done a blind like this? And if you haven't, you need to.
Yeah, give it a shot. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
We'll get 3 bottles of something.
For sure. Even, you know what? Even have a loved one go wherever your bourbons are kept.
Yeah, all 80 of them.
Sure. You just asked about the open ones.
Whoa.
Right. Have a loved one go into wherever your bourbon's kept and have them pour you, small pours of 3 different ones. And then do something very similar. Just see what you got. Because, sure, you're going to remember probably some of what you had, but that's the interesting thing of like, wow, you know what? No, this one is higher than this one, and this one's better than this one.
Right.
And that gets you closer to a true blind like what we've done here.
Yeah, totally. Hopefully you'll surprise yourself.
Exactly. Hopefully you'll surprise your loved one.
Yeah. Ooh. Heads up.
Or maybe they'll surprise you.
Oh, even better.
Even better. And if you've had a chance to have any of Crooked Can's beers or go to the Celtic Festival, we want you to let us know what you think about that too.
Yeah. I know several people that went, had a good time with it. Yeah.
It was a 3-day festival.
Yeah. They had a lot of events and performances and stuff like that. Like it was a cool deal. Yeah. What's your favorite Crooked Can beer?
Yeah. And you know what? Call Crooked Can and tell them, hey, we heard that Celtic Festival on Trippin' Stone. Yeah.
We saw that tiny little blonde girl sticking stickers all over the place.
Everywhere. There's about 14 stickers all over Crooked Can. Well, you can get in touch with us through email. That's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
It's always one word, Drep and Stone, DREP and Stone. Come find us and like us and share some posts and make some comments and yeah, just, partake in the whole social media experiment thing.
Speaking of that, if you want a sticker, we got some.
Yes, we do.
And all you got to do is just reach out, let us know how to get in touch with you, and we'll get you a couple stickers.
Yeah, absolutely. We should make stickers of like all the different logos. Like I was listening to that thing of the link.
Oh, the link logo?
I got to get on there and figure out what I'm going to do for that.
Yeah.
But like, that'd be funny as hell to have like the Christmas one, the Halloween one.
That would be.
Those would be funny.
That'd be good. If you'd like to support the podcast, honestly, the best way to do that is tell someone about Drep and Stone.
Yep, word of mouth.
Yeah. You got a friend who likes bourbon?
Let them know.
You got a friend who likes great conversations?
Let them know.
You got a friend who likes good topics?
Let them know about Drep and Stone.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. It's pretty easy.
Yep.
You can also financially support the podcast through our Buy Me a Coffee page. It's buymeacoffee.com/Drep and Stone. And you can rate Drep and Stone, whatever it is you find great podcasts like this one.
Yeah. Thumbs up, stars.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
I'm all in it.
Yeah, you are. All in, baby. Y'all
like a damn
vacuum cleaner. Speaking of spring.
Oh, Lord. Don't start already.
Did you get some water in between?
I did.
Okay. It's acai with a hint of goji berry.
Delicious. My favorite. WTF. Hold on to those papers for me, please.
12% malted barley.
Martin Barty.
I did not. I hung out with the Masons.
Yeah, good on you.
the
Masonic Lodge.
I was hanging out in the Masonic Lodge.
Masonic.
Yeah, isn't that a cult of some sort? Can we even talk about them? Like we're probably getting
Probably not.
Yeah.
Hungry Howie.
We lost that Hungry Howie's money.
There it goes.
There goes that Shaq money, man. Damn it.
That's not Shaq. Shaq's Papa John's.
That's what I said.
We still got a chance there.
Okay.
Still got a chance of that Shaq money.
Shaq-a-roni.